What is up, guys? Theo checking in here with some lifting footage. This is a lower control day. So this day you're going to take your main movements and pause them. So for the lower day, that's your squat and your deadlift. And I'm pause squatting 245. Now on the squat, something that I've noticed, which I usually watch my clips in between sets, like while I'm waiting. And what I did not see on the camera screen that you can see in this video, and I think I may have mentioned this in another video, is that when I get close to the bottom, especially the deeper I get, my ankles kind of roll in. So I think that although this wider stance is more comfortable for me, and I feel like, not that I've been hitting depth consistently, but I've been hitting depth more often than I have before, and then the consistency issue is just because I've only been using this form for like less than basically a week at this point. I think I might need to bring my stance in just a little bit, tiny bit more, just so that my ankles aren't coming up, so finding that balance. And also on this day I was having a couple baby deer issues, as you can see, like stumbling into the rack. I think what that was, actually my legs were not sore at all. What I think it was the day before, if you guys saw my last video, was that little upper hypertrophy day, and usually on that day I do not train my abs at all, or core, or anything like that, and I don't know why. I just decided I'm doing hanging leg raises. And it wasn't that I was sore, it just made me feel a little bit uncomfortable under the bar. Another thing that I noticed about these squats was that if you take a look at, this is my first, third, and sixth set, by the way, that I put into the video. When I look at my sets from set to set, I'm noticing that my stance width is different on every set. Like there's a certain point where it never gets narrower than that point, and then there's some that are way wider than that, and some that are exactly there. So I'm thinking that's the difference with my foot coming up. I'm also wondering if I were to rotate my toes out anymore, would I be able to keep that foot on the ground? I'm thinking that I might just need to rotate like my left toe out a little bit more, but I think they're pretty far rotated, I guess. I don't know, I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. We'll see about that. So I need to figure out about my ankles rising, and I'll come back to that when you look at my front squats later on as well. Yeah, so this is my final set of pause squats. I felt like this is probably, if this is the set that I'm thinking of, then this is probably my best set, and I think that the stance was, again, slightly narrower here than it was in some of my other sets, and that might be why. Oh, one last thing about my pause reps. On my squat on this day, I felt like they weren't as in control because my pause was not coming to like a complete stop. I felt like I was moving front to back in the hole. So I want to be able to get to the point that I'm controlling them a lot more, and just using my core to really stabilize myself in that bottom position, and then of course getting deeper and everything like that. Okay, so pause deads. I pulled 235 on this day. I think I was just, when I was warming up, things are feeling really heavy, which was really interesting to me because on Monday when I did my heavy, lower day, I warmed up and everything felt really fast and really light, and I was able to warm up double overhand like I was saying in that video for most of my warm up, and this day they felt pretty terrible. So I really just kept the weight at 235, and I focused on I'm trying to get my hips in a better starting position. I don't want my hips to rise up as I'm pulling, and I think by focusing on that, it's getting me to pull more of a sumo form and stop trying to like cross, like get a conventional back angle with a sumo foot position is not how I want to be pulling, and I feel like that's what I do a lot of the time. And something else I tried to focus on this day, even though I kept forgetting mid-set and then trying to re-implement it mid-set, is I've been watching the videos from Boris Shako and Misha Kokliev's videos that they did, their seminar that they did, and how he's talking about that Americans have weak hamstrings because they never work their hamstrings, and Bart Kwan made a video about this, and how he applied that to his training as well, was that to on the negative of your deadlifts, don't just drop the bar, to kind of control them down. And so what I've been thinking of is to create a quality rep from start to finish. So I want to start in a good position and not let my hips rise, and then even with the pause, be able to replicate my exact motion that I was doing, pulling the bar up as I'm setting the bar down. So I'm trying to just start in one position and then end in that position, and take a straight line path from that. Not necessarily a straight line path, but you like, how can I describe it? Basically replicating the same motion through the ascending portion of the lift and through the negative is what I'm trying to do. And then also still working on keeping my hips down, which I think I did a lot better on this last set. And you can see the slow descent of the deadlifts. And then also my accessory work, I've tried to implement this as well. So I did some stiff leg deadlifts. I decided to do the stiff leg deadlifts conventional. I'm still debating whether or not I want to do the deficit deadlifts on my heavy day conventional. We'll see about that. But I decided to do the stiff legs conventional and try to really control the descent. And it really rocked my core, to be honest. Like, it really kind of was, it made me pretty, not like I was sore, but I could feel my core fatiguing during the workout while I was doing the stiff leg deadlifts. I'm not sure if that, like, I usually do feel it fatiguing a little, but this was a little bit more than I'm used to. I'm not sure if that's because of, like, again, doing the leg raises before, the day before or not, or if it's because of the slow descent. And then another thing that I've tried to do is, because before what I would do with my stiff leg deadlifts is just try to pull as many as possible really fast and just keep, not take much time in between reps and just try to get all 12 reps as you get these, Candito gives you these rep ranges on your optional exercises. You can go from 8 to 12 reps and you're doing 3 sets. So trying to hit those 12 sets, wow. Trying to hit those 12 reps as fast as possible is what I would do before. What I did in this one is that I slowed down a lot and I tried to come to a complete stop between each rep. And I actually think this is more beneficial than doing things the other way. Just with I think I felt my core more this way in the stiff leg position, doing them with a dead stop, whereas in, say if I was in like a regular conventional setup and my hips were lower, I'd probably feel my core more if I was not going to a dead stop and just doing straight reps, because I feel like there's more, to me, it personally feels like there's more stress in my core that way when I'm doing it from that stance, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. But anyway, these felt pretty good. I was really tired by this point of the workout. And then I've also mentioned in my other videos, I skip rope between my sets of every set of my accessory exercises, or like my optional exercises, I skip rope in between. It just really helps me keep my weight down, and as I am trying to cut down in that 148 class for this meet coming up, it's really helping. Alright, so for the front squats, you can see that my heels are coming up, so I think this is really an ankle mobility issue, which is part of the reason that I implemented front squats. Is 1, my core is weak, 2, my quads are weak, and 3, my ankles are not mobile. So a way that I'm trying to combat all these things at once is to do front squats, work on keeping my back upright, and then work on slowly moving my stance in on my front squats so that I'm able to create that ankle flexion. But yeah, so I think all in all, it was not the best feeling workout ever, but I definitely think I got a lot of quality work in, and I think it's going to show next week. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined, and I will see you in the next video.